Hello, everyone. Greg Diamond here, editor of 10 Stock Trader Stansberry Research, and here's another edition of Diamond's Edge video. I'm going to go over two big tech stocks to watch this week and really through the rest of the year. Some volatility that's going to be, we already saw it last week, and I think we're going to see it for the rest of the year. And this week, important catalysts, the Trump-Harris presidential debate, that may be some type of catalyst for the market, depending on who they think wins or didn't win or did better or whatever it might be. If there's some type of policy mentioned, how will the market react to that? That remains to be seen. More importantly, most likely in the short term, is inflation numbers, CPI, PPI coming out this week, so that will be important. But let me just jump into the market here. All right, and this is Apple. Okay, everyone knows Apple. All right, and you can see here I've outlined kind of the next set of time factors that I'm looking at. This week, obviously, is going to be important. And then the 17th and 18th is around the Federal Reserve. The 21st to the 23rd of September is what I call a natural Gann date. These dates tend to make highs or lows within a certain market or stock each year. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be, a blow off top or a huge bottom, but an inflection point to watch. And then we have first week of October, and then right before the election is going to be important. So if you look here, you can see here I have a bullish scenario and a bearish scenario, both of which are very volatile. Okay, and as I told 10 Stock Trader subscribers this morning, it's going to be volatile. You have to kind of have a short memory in terms of, all right, I'm going to be buying, I'm going to be selling. You have to be a little bit patient for both. We saw the huge move down last week, and now we're seeing a little bit of a short squeeze. That's kind of how this whole thing operates, or plays out rather, in terms of how volatility moves through time, and then when we have these big swings up and big swings down. So this is how I see this playing out into over the next few weeks. You can see here in the red, this is coming off of last Friday, and today Apple's down again. So we could just have, another steady decline here, and then things start to get a little choppy in and around the Fed meeting, the natural dates, and then into October. On the flip side, and I'll delete this to make it easier here. On the flip side, we can see something like this. Okay, we get a rally into, end of this week, maybe into the Fed meeting, and then things start to get, really volatile. And then ultimately, whatever type of, let's say whether it's the bullish or bearish, heading into the election, we're probably looking at opportunity to start buying. All right, that's Apple. Let me show you Microsoft, and I'm going to expand on this chart just a little bit here, just to show you what I'm looking at. And this is kind of just classic technical analysis. So you can see that going all the way back to 2022, 2023, we've had this nice steady uptrend in Microsoft. And then I'll zoom in here, and you can see on this downtrend, it broke, it retested, and now it's breaking back down again. So as I told 10 Stock Traders subscribers this morning, the same similar type of situation I can see playing out in Microsoft as I just outlined in Apple. Okay, yeah, we can have like another drop into this week, and then we rally, and then things get really hectic again into September and October. Or, we have a pause, and then we have another retest of that long-term uptrend, which was support, and now, as you can see, is now resistance. It retests again, and then we have some more volatility to deal with. So those are some of the two scenarios that I'm looking at for those two big stocks. Let me end with also something like this. All right, I want to show you. This is the total Vanguard total stock market ETF. Basically, pretty much every stock that's out there. All right, we had this top here into the beginning of this time factor window that I was warning subscribers about, a little before the last week of August, and then last week, and then into this week. Okay, so you can see how this topped right around the same level, call it a double top with the July. Okay, and this is the total market. All right, now let me show you semiconductor stocks, which have been leading since the bottom in 2022, 2023. Look at the difference. Okay, look at that spread between how semiconductors, which were leading, now couldn't even come close to those July highs, and now it's starting to lead lower. So this to me is huge divergence. So whether we see another pop here Like as I outlined in Microsoft or Apple, fine, whatever. The problem is that we still have this huge divergence. Let's say the VTI or S&P 500 attempts to make a new high. If we see the semiconductors continue to lag, that's a big problem, and that will also line up with what I'm looking for in Apple and Microsoft. So as a trader, this is exciting. We have some volatility. Those are a few things that I'll be looking at this week and then into the later part of September. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week.